What if I told you that those annoying symptoms you've been experiencing, the ones your doctor can't explain, the ones that make you feel like something's wrong with you, are actually the universe's way of congratulating you? That's right. While everyone else is popping pills and scheduling more medical appointments, you're receiving the most exclusive invitation in existence, a front row seat to your own spiritual evolution. Here's the controversial truth that the medical establishment doesn't want you to know: your body isn't broken, it's upgrading. Those mysterious symptoms aren't diseases to cure, they're sacred initiations marking your transformation from ordinary human being to conscious co-creator of reality. Think about it. We live in a society that's trained us to fear every unusual sensation, to immediately assume something's wrong when our bodies behave differently. But what if everything you've been taught about health and wellness is keeping you from recognizing the most important spiritual awakening of your lifetime? What if those very symptoms that have been worrying you are actually your higher self's way of getting your attention, like a cosmic tap on the shoulder saying, "Hey, it's time to remember who you really are"? The quantum physics of consciousness expansion doesn't follow the rules of traditional medicine, and your divine spark is trying to break through into your awareness through the only language your physical body understands: sensation and experience. Here's what blew my mind when I first discovered this truth. Millions of spiritually awakening Americans from coast to coast are experiencing these exact same symptoms right now, yet they're being told by the medical system that they're isolated cases, random health issues, or worse, that it's all in their heads. The real conspiracy isn't what they're hiding from us, it's what they're not teaching us about our infinite potential for consciousness expansion, abundance manifestation, and spiritual evolution. Your body is literally becoming a more sensitive antenna for higher frequencies, and instead of celebrating this incredible upgrade, we're being programmed to suppress it with medications and doubt. But here's your moment of liberation. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover the 5 most common symptoms that signal your spiritual awakening is not just beginning, it's accelerating. You'll learn why that mysterious ringing in your ears is actually your personal hotline to divine guidance, why your unexplained fatigue is your body's way of protecting you during this sacred transformation, and why those persistent headaches are literally opening your third eye to perceive reality beyond the physical realm. This isn't just information, it's your roadmap to embracing the most powerful version of yourself, the one who can consciously create abundance, prosperity, and miracles in everyday life. Are you ready to stop fighting your symptoms and start celebrating your spiritual evolution? You know that high-pitched ringing in your ears that doctors can't explain? That sudden rush of sound that makes you pause mid-conversation and wonder if something's wrong with your hearing? Well, here's what most people don't realize, and what the mainstream medical community isn't telling you: those aren't just random auditory glitches. They're actually your spiritual antenna picking up frequencies from higher dimensions, downloads from your higher self that are trying to break through into your conscious awareness. Think of it like your smartphone receiving a software update, except this upgrade is for your consciousness, and it's coming straight from the universe itself. When these quantum physics phenomena occur, you're literally experiencing what Neville Goddard described as the divine spark within you awakening to new vibrational frequencies. Your ears aren't malfunctioning, they're becoming more sensitive to the spiritual energy that surrounds us constantly. It's like suddenly being able to hear a radio station that was always broadcasting, you just weren't tuned in before. This spiritual journey often begins with these subtle signs that your energy is shifting, that your consciousness is expanding beyond the limitations of ordinary perception. The ringing isn't a problem to solve, it's a gift to embrace, a sign that your spiritual evolution is accelerating. Picture Sarah from Portland, Oregon, who started experiencing these sounds 3 months ago during her morning meditation practice. At first, she was concerned and visited her doctor, who found nothing wrong with her hearing. But then she noticed something incredible. Every time the ringing occurred, she'd receive intuitive insights about her life path, sudden clarity about decisions she'd been struggling with, or even glimpses of future events that later came to pass. The universe was literally downloading information into her consciousness, using her enhanced spiritual sensitivity as the gateway. This is what true co-creation looks like when you become so aligned with your higher self that divine guidance flows through you effortlessly. The beauty of this spiritual awakening symptom is that it validates what you've probably been sensing all along, that there's so much more to reality than what meets the eye. These high-pitched sounds are your personal confirmation that you're not crazy, you're not imagining things, and you're definitely not alone in this experience. Millions of people across America, from the mountains of Colorado to the beaches of California, are reporting similar phenomena as humanity collectively raises its vibration. It's like getting a backstage pass to the greatest show in the universe, the ongoing creation of reality itself, where your consciousness plays a starring role in manifesting abundance and prosperity. What's fascinating is that these auditory experiences often intensify right before major breakthroughs in your spiritual journey. They're like spiritual text messages from your higher self, preparing you for the next level of your evolution. The frequency of these sounds directly correlates with the expansion of your consciousness. The higher the pitch, the more elevated the spiritual download you're receiving. And here's the mysterious part that'll blow your mind: these sounds aren't just random noise, but there's actually a deeper pattern emerging, one that connects to something even more profound happening in your physical body. That bone-deep exhaustion you've been feeling lately? The kind that doesn't go away no matter how much coffee you drink or how many hours you sleep. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes: your physical body is working overtime to bridge the gap between your material existence and your higher self. Think of it like your smartphone trying to download a massive software update while you're still using it. Everything slows down because all the processing power is being redirected to this incredible upgrade. Your spiritual evolution demands enormous amounts of energy, and your body is literally restructuring itself at a cellular level to accommodate these new vibrational frequencies that are flooding through your consciousness. What most people don't understand is that this isn't ordinary tiredness, it's sacred work happening within you. Your energy system is undergoing a complete rewiring, much like how Neville Goddard described the transformation of consciousness as the most intensive process a human being can experience. The universe is essentially upgrading your entire operating system, and just like any major renovation, there's going to be some dust, some noise, and yes, some temporary disruption to your normal routine. But here's the beautiful part: you're not alone in this experience, and you're certainly not broken or weak for feeling this way. Meet David from Austin, Texas, who went through this exact phase about 8 months ago. He's a successful entrepreneur who suddenly found himself needing 12 hours of sleep and still feeling drained during important business meetings. His doctor ran every test imaginable: thyroid, vitamin levels, sleep studies, everything came back normal. But then David started paying attention to the deeper patterns. He noticed that his most exhausting days were followed by incredible bursts of creativity, breakthrough insights about his business, and an unprecedented ability to manifest abundance in ways he'd never experienced before. His body was literally creating space for his higher self to step in and co-create his reality. This spiritual fatigue is actually your body's way of saying, "I care about you enough to slow you down so we can do this transformation properly." It's like having a loving parent who makes you rest when you have a fever, except in this case, you're burning up with spiritual energy, and quantum physics is working through your very cells to expand your consciousness. The exhaustion isn't a punishment, it's protection. Your physical vessel is ensuring that you don't burn out during this incredible phase of your spiritual journey where your energy is being recalibrated to match the frequency of your divine spark. What's truly amazing is how this fatigue creates a natural cocoon effect, forcing you to slow down and turn inward right when you need it most. It's during these quiet, restful moments that your higher self can download the most powerful spiritual insights, abundance codes, and evolutionary upgrades that will transform every area of your life. And here's something that might surprise you: as intense as this exhaustion feels, it's actually preparing your body for something even more profound that's about to happen in your head. Those persistent headaches hitting you right at the crown of your head and between your eyebrows? The ones that feel different from any migraine you've ever experienced, more like pressure building up from the inside out? Here's what's really happening. Your crown chakra and third eye are undergoing a massive spiritual activation, literally rewiring your brain to receive higher frequencies of consciousness. Think of it like installing a new, more powerful antenna on your house. There's going to be some drilling, some construction noise, and yes, some temporary discomfort. But once it's complete, you'll have access to channels of intuition and spiritual insight that most people can't even imagine. Your divine spark is literally expanding your capacity to perceive reality beyond the physical realm. This isn't just some mystical mumbo-jumbo, there's actual quantum physics happening in your skull right now. Your pineal gland, what ancient mystics called the seat of the soul, is becoming more active and sensitive to spiritual energy. Neville Goddard often spoke about the importance of the imagination and inner vision, and what you're experiencing is your third eye literally opening to receive these higher dimensional downloads. The pressure you feel is your consciousness expanding, your spiritual antenna getting stronger, and your ability to co-create with the universe reaching new levels. It's like your brain is getting a software update that will allow you to access the abundance codes of the cosmos. Let me tell you about Maria from Denver, Colorado, who went through this exact phase last year. She's a graphic designer who started getting these intense headaches right around her forehead area, accompanied by flashes of light and sudden bursts of creative inspiration. At first, she thought it was stress from work, but then she noticed something remarkable. Every time these headaches occurred, she'd have prophetic dreams that night, or she'd suddenly know exactly what her clients wanted before they even told her. Her intuition became so sharp that her business tripled in 6 months because she could tap into people's deepest desires and create designs that spoke directly to their souls. The headaches weren't a problem, they were her spiritual evolution announcing itself. The symbolism here is profound and shouldn't be ignored. Your head houses your most sacred spiritual centers, the crown chakra connecting you to divine consciousness, and the third eye opening you to inner vision and mystical experiences. When these areas activate, you're literally becoming a walking, breathing antenna for higher wisdom. The discomfort is temporary, but the gifts are permanent. You're developing the ability to see beyond the veil of ordinary reality, to perceive the energetic patterns that govern manifestation, and to access the infinite intelligence that flows through all creation. This is what true spiritual awakening looks like, not just pretty meditation experiences, but actual physiological changes in your energy system. What's fascinating is how these headaches often come in waves, perfectly timed with cosmic events, full moons, or major shifts in your personal spiritual journey. They're like spiritual labor pains, intense but purposeful, preparing you for the birth of your expanded consciousness. The more you resist them, the more they persist, but when you embrace them as sacred initiations, they transform into gateways of wisdom. And here's something that might blow your mind: these crown and third eye activations are actually preparing your entire nervous system for something even more mysterious that happens when the sun goes down. You've been waking up between 2 and 4 a.m. every single night, haven't you? Tossing and turning, mind racing with thoughts that seem to come from nowhere, or having dreams so vivid they feel more real than your waking life? Here's what most people don't understand about this sacred time window: you're experiencing what spiritual masters have known for centuries as the spiritual hour, when the veil between dimensions is at its thinnest. During these mystical hours, your higher self has direct access to download information, process spiritual upgrades, and connect you with the infinite intelligence of the universe. It's like having a private meeting with your divine spark when the rest of the world is asleep and the spiritual frequencies are clearest. This isn't insomnia, it's initiation. Your consciousness is being recalibrated to operate on higher vibrational frequencies, and your sleep patterns are shifting to accommodate this incredible spiritual evolution. Think of it like your smartphone automatically updating its software during off-peak hours, except in this case, the universe is updating your entire consciousness while your logical mind is offline. Neville Goddard often spoke about the power of the subconscious mind during sleep states, and what you're experiencing is your spiritual journey accelerating through these profound nocturnal downloads. The purpose behind these sleep disruptions is to create space for your expanded awareness to integrate the massive shifts happening in your energy system. Let me share something fascinating. We actually created an entire video about this specific phenomenon because it's so crucial to understanding your spiritual awakening process. In that deep dive, we explored how these 2 to 4 a.m. wake-ups are directly connected to your co-creation abilities and your capacity to manifest abundance in your life. During these hours, your pineal gland is most active, producing spiritual hormones that enhance your connection to higher consciousness. Your dreams aren't just random neural firing, they're actual visits to other dimensions, communications with your spiritual guides, and previews of future timelines that your higher self is showing you. This is quantum physics in action, where your consciousness transcends the limitations of space and time. What's truly remarkable is how these sleep disturbances often coincide with major life changes, career shifts, or relationship transformations. It's as if your spiritual team is working overtime behind the scenes, preparing you for the next chapter of your evolution. The vivid dreams you're having aren't just entertainment, they're prophetic downloads, symbolic messages, and energetic clearings that are literally reshaping your reality. Many people from Seattle to Miami are reporting similar experiences, waking up with profound insights about their life purpose, sudden clarity about decisions they've been postponing, or innovative ideas that seem to come from another realm entirely. Your subconscious is processing the spiritual upgrades while your conscious mind rests. The beautiful thing about understanding this process is that it transforms your relationship with sleep disturbances completely. Instead of feeling frustrated or worried about your changing sleep patterns, you can embrace them as sacred appointments with your higher self. These midnight spiritual sessions are preparing you for something extraordinary, a complete energetic realignment that will unlock your full potential for creating abundance and living in alignment with your divine purpose. And speaking of energetic realignment, there's one more powerful practice that ties all these symptoms together into a cohesive spiritual awakening experience. Now here's where everything comes together in the most beautiful way. All those symptoms you've been experiencing are actually your body preparing for what Joe Dispenza calls the ultimate spiritual practice, Kundalini awakening. This isn't just some ancient mystical concept, it's a scientifically backed approach to activating your divine spark and unleashing the full potential of your consciousness. Think of Kundalini as the dormant spiritual energy coiled at the base of your spine, waiting for the right moment to rise up through your chakras and transform every aspect of your being. When this sacred energy begins to move, it creates a symphony of physical, emotional, and spiritual experiences that literally rewire your nervous system for higher states of awareness and abundance manifestation. What makes Joe Dispenza's approach so revolutionary is how he combines quantum physics with ancient wisdom to create a practical roadmap for spiritual evolution. Your body becomes a sacred instrument, a divine vessel capable of generating incredible amounts of spiritual energy and vibration. The ringing in your ears, the fatigue, the headaches, the sleep disturbances, they're all preparing your energetic system for this profound activation. It's like your entire being is being tuned like a cosmic guitar, with each chakra becoming perfectly aligned to receive and transmit higher frequencies. This is where the rubber meets the road in your spiritual journey, where theory becomes lived experience and where your consciousness expands beyond anything you thought possible. Let me tell you about Jennifer from Phoenix, Arizona, who discovered this practice 6 months ago after experiencing all the symptoms we've discussed. She was a corporate lawyer, completely burned out, dealing with constant ear ringing, chronic fatigue, and mysterious headaches that no doctor could explain. Then she stumbled upon Joe Dispenza's Kundalini meditations and everything changed. Within weeks, she was experiencing what she describes as downloads of pure bliss, moments where her entire body would fill with electrical energy, her heart would expand with unconditional love, and she'd receive crystal clear guidance about her life purpose. She left her law practice, started a wellness center, and now helps others activate their own Kundalini energy for spiritual awakening and prosperity creation. This practice transforms your understanding of what it means to be human. Your body isn't just flesh and bones, it's a sophisticated energy system designed to channel divine consciousness and co-create reality with the universe. When you activate your Kundalini through specific breathing techniques, visualizations, and energy movements, you're literally turning your physical form into a generator of spiritual power. The emotional releases that come with this practice aren't breakdowns, they're breakthroughs, clearing decades of stored trauma and limiting beliefs that have been blocking your connection to your higher self. Every tear, every tremor, every surge of energy is your system coming back online, reconnecting with the infinite abundance that is your birthright. The most profound aspect of this Kundalini awakening is how it makes the sacred ordinary and the ordinary sacred. Suddenly, grocery shopping becomes a meditation, conversations become opportunities for soul connection, and your daily routine transforms into a continuous spiritual practice. You begin to see the divine in everything, from the barista who makes your coffee to the sunset painting the sky in impossible colors. Your entire existence becomes a living prayer, a walking meditation, a constant celebration of the miracle of consciousness itself. This is what true spiritual awakening looks like, not escaping from the world, but bringing heaven to earth through your transformed presence and elevated vibration. So here's my challenge to you. Are you going to continue living like a victim of mysterious symptoms, or are you ready to step into your power as a conscious co-creator of reality? Everything you've learned today isn't just information, it's your invitation to transform from someone who experiences life to someone who creates it. Your ringing ears, your sacred fatigue, your crown chakra headaches, your midnight spiritual downloads, your Kundalini awakening, they're all preparing you for the most important question of your lifetime. What are you going to do with this incredible spiritual power that's awakening within you? Think about it. How many people do you know who are experiencing these exact symptoms right now, thinking they're broken, thinking they're sick, thinking they're losing their minds? How many of your friends and family members are missing the greatest spiritual opportunity of their lives because nobody taught them what you just learned? You have the power to change that. You have the responsibility to share this wisdom. But more importantly, you have the opportunity to prove to yourself and the universe that you're ready for the next level of consciousness expansion, abundance manifestation, and spiritual evolution. Here's what I want you to do right now, and I mean literally right now, before you click away from this video. Close your eyes for just 10 seconds and ask your higher self this question: what is the one thing I need to change in my life to fully embrace my spiritual awakening? Don't think about it, don't analyze it, just listen to the first thing that comes to your mind. That's your divine spark speaking directly to your consciousness, giving you the exact next step you need to take. Are you brave enough to follow that guidance? Are you ready to stop playing small and start living as the magnificent spiritual being you truly are? But here's the thing, this is just the beginning of your journey. The symptoms we've discussed today are only the first wave of your spiritual transformation. There's so much more to discover about quantum physics and consciousness, about manifestation and abundance creation, about the incredible power of your awakened mind to literally reshape reality. That's why I need you to hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notifications, because we're going to dive deeper into these mysteries together. Your spiritual evolution depends on you staying connected to this community of awakening souls, and I promise you the best is yet to come.